temples of Goa. Okay. Remember, we saw a few temples of Goa last week.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay. Okay. This week we are going to see Shantadurga Temple of Goa. Okay, the Shantadurga Temple is in Goa, located about 30 kilometers from Panaji. You heard of Panaji in Goa?
Yes, sir. It is the capital.
it is the capital of Goa.
It's
Yeah, it is about 30 kilometers from Panaji, and it is in the foothill of Kavalam village. There is a hill in the village called Kavalam. In that village, this particular Shantadurga temple is present. Durga Devi is blessing from there. You remember I told you about Saraswat Brahmins, Gauda Saraswat Brahmins, who came and settled in Goa. They
Yes,
were
sir.
living near Saraswati River
Yes,
in
sir.
Uttarakhand. They later moved to Goa. And this Shantadurga Devi is worshipped by these Saraswat Brahmins in Goa. Okay. And you know how Mata Durga got her name, Shantadurga? Once what happened? There was a small quarrel between Lord Vishnu and Lord Shiva. Sorry, Lord Vishnu and Lord Shiva for some small issue. Then what happened? Lord Brahma came and he wanted to pacify both of them. So what he did, the Lord Brahma requested Parvati Mata to come and console both of them. So what happened? Parvati Mata came and he sat in between Lord Shiva and Lord Vishnu and spoke to them and stopped the fight. And she made both of them to be in peace. That is why here Parvati Mata, Durga Mata is named as Shanta Durga, because she is giving peace for everybody. Shantadurga Temple. It is, and even in the temple, now we can see Durga Mata will be in the middle. On one side, Lord Vishnu will be there, and the other side, Lord Shiva will be present. That is how they are, giving darshan in the temple itself. And there is a mat also. There is a matha where there is a Guruji who is the in charge of the temple and also taking care of the ashram. And the Guruji, like he is like Sankaracharya and all that, you have heard. Like that, his name is Gauda Padacharya. And this particular temple was constructed by one Maratha ruler, actually. His name was Shahu, Chhatrapati Shahu. He was a grandson of Shivaji Maharaj. He was the grandson of Shivaji Maharaj. And before that, a lot of invasions happened. The people like last week, which I told, the Portugal invasion. Portuguese people were invading Goa. So the idol was taken away and kept in a safe custody by people. And later it was brought it back and reconstructed in the same place. And lot of Maratha rulers have helped the temple, and they have reconstructed the temple, expanded the temple, they made the temple bigger, and they have maintained the temple so well. And it is one of the very popular, very famous temples in Goa now. Mata's name is Shantadurga. There is a temple called Damodar Temple. You know who's Damodar?
Lord Krishna.
Yeah, correct. Interestingly, everywhere Lord Krishna will be called as Damodar. But here, Lord Shiva is called as Damodar in this temple. Have you heard of Damodar as Lord Shiva? Everywhere,
Yes.
Lord Krishna is called as Damodar. But interestingly, here Lord Shiva is called as Damodar, and this temple is located in southern Goa, south part of Goa. Yeah. And it is in the bank of Kushavati River. There is a river by name Kushavati in a village called Zambolim village. Zambolim, Zambolim village. there is a river called Kushavati River. It is situated in Kushavati River, and it is about 22 kilometers from Margova. It is Margova is it's a place in Goa. It is situated about 22 kilometers from Goa. The river name is Kushavati. And Kushavati River is one of the sacred places, and the river is said to cure lot of diseases, the skin disease, and many other diseases what people have. The river is said to cure all the diseases of people. So people, once they go and take bath in the temple, in the river, and have darshan in the temple, they will be cured of all the diseases. Okay, they'll be cured of all the diseases. And Damodar ji is supposed to be the incarnation of Lord Shiva. It is one of the form of Lord Shiva. And originally, this particular temple was located in a different place. And due to the invasion, they had to take the statue away and they had to install it in a different location. And now the temple is established very well. And again, here the Maratha rulers, like grandsons and great grandsons of Chhatrapati Shivaji, and later Chalukyas, have established the temple well. They have built the temple. They have helped with a lot of funds for the temple to build it up. And now the temple is very big, and it is one of the very happening temples in Goa. Okay, and again here Saraswat Brahmins are worshipping, and here other gods also are present, like Lakshmi Narayana and Lord Kal Bhairav. Lot of other gods are present in this temple, and it is told that once you go to the temple, you should take bath in the river and then have a darshan of Lord Shiva, so that you will be cured of all the diseases. And the third temple which we are going to see is Mahalasa Narayani Temple. Mahalasa Narayani Temple. It's a Mata Narayani's temple. And here it is said that Mata Narayani here, Mahalasa Narayani, is the avatar of Mahavishnu. What is the female avatar of Mahavishnu? Who is the female avatar?
Sir, Mohini.
Yeah, Mohini. Yes. This temple, Mata Mahalasa Narayani, is the Mohini avatar, the Mohini avatar. She is called here as Narayani. And interestingly, this particular goddess is carrying Trishul. Usually Durga will be carrying Trishul, right? You know what is the weapon of Durga Mata?
Yes, sir. Trishul.
Trishul. Yeah, here Narayani is carrying the Trishul, interestingly. And goddess is blessing from here. And it is again one of the oldest temple in Goa. She is seen in a very, very, very fierce form. She is holding a Rakshasa, cutting the head of the Rakshasa. She is holding the head, and she will be licking the blood off from the Rakshasa's neck. So she is supposed to be the destroyer of evil. Destroyer of all the evil. So once if somebody prays here to her, and she will be destroying the enemies, and she will give you success in all your activities in life. Yeah, endeavors in life. Here, Mata is called as Narayani. And here, there is another interesting thing. There is a huge bell. Temple bell, you would have seen, the bigger bell. The big bell which will be hung in the temple. And this temple also has a very big bell. And this particular bell, the ringer will not be there. There will be a ringer inside the temple, the tongue kind of a thing, which will be, which you need to hit. Then only the bell will ring. But that particular tongue of the bell, the ringer of the bell will not be there, because it is removed and kept in the temple. And it is said that if someone wants to prove themselves, someone wants to say that, yes, what I am saying is right, I am talking the truth. If they are talking the truth, then the temple will allow them to take the ringer and fix it in the bell. Then they will ask them to ring the bell. If he rings the bell and tells a lie, he will be killed by the goddess within 1 week's time. And if he rings the bell and while he is telling the truth, when he rings the bell, he will be blessed by Narayani Mata. So that is the story behind that particular bell in the temple. How many of you have seen bigger bell in a temple where you can also go and ring the bell? Many temples have it. Hope your temples also have bells wherever you are.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, one such bell is kept there. And even when the Portuguese were ruling this particular place, even Portuguese used to believe that, they have accepted in their court itself. When a case is happening in their court, when somebody is lying, and if they ring the bell, that particular liar will be killed by the goddess. That is the story here about that particular bell. So that is the story of Mahalasa Narayani Temple. There is Shri Mangeshi Temple. Mangeshi Temple is a Shiva temple. It is situated in Ponda Taluk in Goa. And this particular temple is situated in Pushastali, Kottalim. Pushastali. There is a village called Pushastali. It is in Kottalim, in a place called Kottalim, near Margoa. It is also called Marmugoa. And the Portugal people only invaded Goa first. When the Portugal people invaded, it also fell prey there. And it was like, in 1543, it happened like that. Then later, many kings, many people supported, the Peshwas and others supported, and they tried to, construct the temple. And they reconstructed the temple somewhere in the 1700s. We are in 2021 now. Around 1700s, the temple was rebuilt again later after 100 years or so. And this is dedicated to Lord Shiva. And this particular temple, there is an interesting story behind the temple. Shiva once took the form of a tiger playfully to scare Parvati Mata. Just to play with Parvati Mata, he took the form of a tiger and started scaring her. And Parvati got frightened, seeing a tiger, and went and cried to Lord Shiva, please save me. Trahimam Girisha. That's what Parvati said. Trahimam Girisha means save me, my Lord. O Lord of mountains, Lord of Kailash, please save me. Then Shiva turned himself. Shiva again changed his avatar from tiger and he took his own form and he said, don't worry, I am Shiva only. I just came to scare you like a tiger. So he was playing with Parvati at this place and Lord Shiva said, Mam Girisha. Mam Girisha. Girisha means Lord of Mountain. Mam Girisha means I am the Lord of Mountain. I am Lord Shiva. So that name, Mam Girisha, what Shiva told, then later it corrupted to become Mangurisha, then it became Mangeshi. So the temple here, Lord Shiva is called as Mangeshi. And Lord Parvati, Ganesha, Nandi Bhagavan, Veerbhadra, Lakshmi Narayana, Surya Narayana, lot of shrines are there. Even Kal Bhairav and Garuda Bhagavan shrines are there in this temple. And Linga, the Shivlinga was consecrated on the mountain. There is a mountain called Mangeshi nearby. In the river, near river Saraswati. In the olden days, previous to this particular story, where Govans came and settled here, it was there in the hill of Mangeshi mountain. Then the Saraswati Brahmins brought that Shiva here to Goa and then they installed in this particular place where Lord Shiva gave darshan to Parvati Mata like a tiger. So, and a lot of Hindu festivals like Shivaratri, Ram Navami, both Lord Krishna festival, Lord Ram festival, Parvati Mata, Durga festival, Shivaratri, everything is celebrated here. And it is one of the very biggest and one of the very ancient temples of Goa. It is worshipped by the people all over the state, come to Goa to see Lord Shiva during Shivaratri days. So these are the 4 temples for this week.